Welcome back to Tungal College online classes. Hello students, how are you all? In last class you learned different types of hybridization. The today's topic is molecular orbital theory. In short, we have to call it as MOT. Now let us understand the postulates or silent features of molecular orbital theory by taking the formation of hydrogen molecule by linear combination of atomic orbitals. So I am taking the formation of H2 molecule by linear combination of atomic orbitals. Linear combination of atomic orbitals. Now first I am taking a hydrogen atom. This is the one hydrogen atom attack. And the electrons present in this hydrogen is electron configuration is 1s1. And I am filling this electron in a orbital diagram. So this is the electron I filled. Clear? Then there are two hydrogens here. I wrote one hydrogen. I am taking another hydrogen here. This is another hydrogen. And its electron configuration is 1s1. Clear? And its orbital diagram. This is orbital diagram. Now the point is, this is an atomic orbital I am labeling as AO. This is another atomic orbital I am labeling as AO. Atomic orbitals of hydrogens. Atomic orbitals combines to form molecular orbitals. The point is, atomic orbitals of comparable energies and proper symmetry forms atomic orbitals of comparable energy proper symmetry combines to form molecular orbitals. How the molecular orbital formed I will show here. So this I am labeling as a molecular orbital MO, this I am labeling as another molecular orbital. And this is atomic orbital combined with atomic orbital to form molecule here, molecular orbital, like a hydrogen atom combined with a hydrogen atom form to a hydrogen molecule. So based on this we will write the first postulate or first point. Atomic orbitals of comparable energies combines to form molecular orbitals. This is the first postulate. Point number 2. In atomic orbitals, in atoms, electrons present in the atomic orbitals. This is an atom. This is an atom. In atom, where the electron is present? In atom, electrons present in atomic orbital. I am taking this is also hydrogen atom. In hydrogen atom, electron present in atomic orbital. But this is what? Molecule. This is what? Molecule. In molecules, electrons present in the what is this? Molecular orbital. This is one electron, this second electron, then you will get two electrons here. Now what is the second postulate is, in atoms, electrons present in the atomic orbitals. Electrons present in atomic orbitals. In molecules, electrons present in the molecular orbital, in the middle boxes. Electrons present in the middle, nothing but molecular orbital. This is atomic orbital, this is atomic orbital. This is a postulate number 2. Postulate number 3. If you take an atom, its nucleus, an atom, its nucleus and its electron. I am talking about this hydrogen. Hydrogen atom, its nucleus, its electron. If you look at this, the electron of this hydrogen atom is under the influence of only one nuclei. So electrons present in the atomic orbital influenced by only one nucleus. I am repeating the pointer. This is the hydrogen atom, its nucleus and its electron. This electron present in the atomic orbital. So electrons present in the atomic orbitals influenced by the only one nucleus. I am taking this hydrogen atom, its nucleus, its electron. Take this one also. So electrons present in the atoms influenced by the only one. Electrons present in the atomic orbitals in atom influenced by the only one nucleus. But if you take molecules, the electrons influenced by the two or more nuclei. The electrons present in the molecular orbitals are influenced by two or more nuclei. This is the third postulate. What is the third postulate? Electrons present in the atomic orbitals influenced by only one nuclei. But electrons present in the molecular orbitals influenced by two or more nuclei. This is the third point. Point number 4. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to the number of atomic orbitals are combining. That means how many number of atomic orbitals are combining, that many number of molecular orbitals are formed. So this is one atomic orbital and this is another atomic orbital. two atomic capitals are combining. Two atomic capitals are combining. How many we got here molecular capital? This is the first one, this is the second one. So how many number of atomic capitals are combined? That many number of molecular capitals are formed. Atomic capital combined equal to the molecular capitals are formed. This is a postulate number 4. Next, while forming molecular capital, equal will be there. Suppose 2 atomic capitals are combined, 2 molecular capitals formed, 3 atomic capitals are combined, 4 atomic capitals combined, 4 molecular capitals are formed, 10 atomic capitals are combined, 10 molecular capitals are formed. Suppose 6 atomic capitals are combined, 6 molecular capitals are formed. This point is clear. In that, suppose 2 atomic capitals are combined, 2 molecular capitals are formed. In that, one is a bonding. This I am labeling as a bonding molecular capital. Bonding molecular orbital. This is bonding molecular orbital. This is a anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding this is anti-bonding molecular orbital. What is the point is if 2 atomic capitals are combined, 2 molecular orbitals are formed. In the 2 molecular orbitals, one is a bonding molecular orbital. This I labeled as a bonding molecular orbital, and another one is a anti-bonding molecular orbital. So, 2 combined, 2 molecular orbitals are formed. Clear? One is bonding, another one is anti-bonding. So, we have to compare the energies. So, these are the energies of atom. Energy increasing order I am taking. This is energy increasing order. If you take energy increasing order, so this is the atomic capital energy here at this place. Here is a molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital has less energy when compared to the atomic orbitals, and anti-bonding molecular orbital has greater energy when compared to the atomic orbitals. Or simple words you can tell, energy of the bonding molecular orbital is less than the energy of anti-bonding molecular orbital. So this is another point. What is the point? 2 atomic orbitals are combined to form 2 molecular orbitals. One is called as bonding molecular orbital, another one is called as anti-bonding molecular orbitals. In that, the bonding molecular orbital has less energy when compared to the anti-bonding molecular energy, anti-bonding molecular orbital. And another important point is, if you take anti-bonding is high energy, energy is high in the sense less stable. So, bonding molecular orbital has less energy, so that it is more stable. So, bonding molecular orbital is more stable than the anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is another point. And the next point is, we have to fill the electrons in the bonding molecular orbital in accordance with above principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, and Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So, how we are fill the electrons in atomic orbitals? We have to fill the electrons in the molecular orbitals according to 3 rules. Above principle, the second is Pauli's exclusion principle, and the third one is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So, here is 1 electron is there, here 1 electron is there. So, I got here is 2 electrons in a molecular orbital. So, these are the postulates of molecular orbital theory, or these are the silent features of molecular orbital theory. Now, let us write them one by one. The first one. Atomic orbitals of comparable energies and proper symmetry combines to form molecular orbitals. Atomic orbitals of comparable energies and proper symmetry combines to form molecular orbital. This is the point number 1. Point number 2. What is the point number 2? In atoms, electrons present in atomic orbitals, in molecules, electrons present in the molecular orbitals. Write the same sentence. In atoms, electrons present in In atoms, electrons present in atomic orbitals, and in molecules, electrons present in molecular orbitals. What is the point is, in atoms electrons present in the atomic orbitals, in molecules electrons present in the molecular orbitals. That is the second postulate. Postulate number 3. The electrons in atomic orbitals, influenced by one nuclei, but in molecular orbitals, the electrons are influenced by two or more nuclei. So influenced by one nucleus also can have influenced by one nucleus, but in the case of molecular orbitals, the electrons are influenced by two or more nuclei. This is a third postulate. Next, fourth one. The fourth one, number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to number of atomic orbitals are combining. Write the sentence. The number of molecular orbitals formed is equal to number of atomic orbitals combining. So continuation point, if two atomic orbitals are formed, combined two molecular orbitals are formed, one is bonding and another one is anti-bonding. Write the same sentence. If two atomic orbitals are combined, form two molecular orbitals, one is bonding molecular orbital, and another is anti-bonding molecular orbital. So one is bonding molecular orbital, another one is anti-bonding molecular. Two atomic orbitals are combined here, two molecular orbitals are formed, one is a bonding molecular orbital, another one is anti-bonding molecular orbital. Next point, bonding molecular orbital has less energy and more stability when compared to the anti-bonding molecular orbital. Bonding molecular orbital has less energy and more stability. Monometal has a less energy and more stability than antibonding molecular orbital. Antibonding molecular orbital. Last point is electrons filling. Electrons filled in atomic orbital as per Hund's rule. The first one is Abbo principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, and Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Like in molecular orbital also electrons filled in accordance with Hund's rule, Abbo principle, and Pauli's exclusion principle. Write the same sentence. In molecular orbitals, simply molecular orbitals filled like atomic orbitals. Molecular orbitals are filled like atomic orbitals in accordance with or according to filled according to Abbo principle. The next one is what? Pauli's exclusion principle. Pauli's exclusion principle. I'm writing this sentence here. Pauli's exclusion principle I'm rewriting. Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule. This point I continued here. Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule. So these are the some postulates of molecular orbital theory. Next topic is formation of molecular orbitals by linear combination of atomic orbitals. In short, we have to call as LCAO, linear combination of atomic orbitals. Now the point is the molecular orbitals are formed by the constructive and destructive interference of two electron waves. Constructive and destructive interference of two electron waves of combining atoms. First I am taking case 1, constructive interference. Case 1, constructive interference. So if two waves are in phase, that means if two waves are in same phase, the bonding molecular orbital are formed due to constructive interference. What is the point is if two electron waves are in phase or same phase and same phase form molecular orbital due to constructive interference. STRUCTIV, constructive interference, due to constructive interference. What is the meaning of this statement is I am taking a wave. So this is a electron wave and this is amplitude. This is amplitude of the wave represented by a sign, and this is I am taking as a positive sign, this I am taking as a negative sign. So this is positive sign, this is negative sign. I am taking another wave. So what is that wave is? This is another atom electron wave. So this is the positive sign and this is the negative sign. So this is one electron wave and this is an electron wave. These two electron waves combined in phase. So that means positive positive and negative negative combined in phase. The resulting wave is like this. This is the positive and this is negative. The amplitude is going to get increases. Compare the amplitude of this wave and this wave and this wave. If two waves are in phase, the amplitude of the resulting wave is going to get rises. So how we can show is this. I am taking an atom psi A. Its wave function I am taking as psi A. Psi is wave function. That represents psi is a wave function represented by amplitude. Then this is amplitude shown by the psi, and this atom labeling as a psi B. This is the atom A and this is the atom A, psi B. This will be psi A minus psi A plus psi B. This is psi A plus psi B. How the value is increased I am showing here. Then I am taking probability. I am taking a probability density. So probability density we have to take psi square A. This is a psi square B. This will be psi A plus psi B whole square. Psi A plus psi B whole square. Then what you will get from this psi A square plus psi B square plus 2 psi A psi B. So these are the psi A square plus psi B square, these are the original waves. How much quantity is increases? This increases by 2 psi A psi B. So what is my point is, if two electron waves of combining atoms are in phase, the resulting wave will be amplitude is going to get increases. How much quantity that will increases will be shown by 2 psi A psi B. This is a constructive interference. Due to this constructive interference, the bonding molecular orbitals are formed. I will show here how the bonding molecular orbitals are formed. Suppose I am taking this is a 1s orbital and I am taking this is another 1s orbital, 1s orbital and 1s orbital. So this is the positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. Positive negatives not are the charges, they are the sign. So wave sign should be shown by the positive and negative. So these two orbitals will combine. The resulting molecular orbital is here is minus, this end is minus, middle what we have, this one combined, this one will get result, it will be positive. So this is a molecular orbital of these two, molecular orbital. This is what is the which molecular orbital? Sigma 1s molecular orbital, sigma 1s. I am taking suppose pz orbital, I am taking a 2pz orbital and I am taking another 2pz. This is another 2pz. Right, this is the positive, this is negative, positive, negative. Two signs are side by side. These two already in previous class overlapping will be learned in the VBT. Now these two combined to form the resulting molecular orbital is formed. Then this is a negative small one, this small one is a negative, middle form molecular orbital positive. So when two electron waves are in phase, the resulting wave has amplitude is going to get increases, leading to the formation of molecular orbital. I am taking a 5 bond formation. This is a sigma 2pz, sigma 2pz. I am taking a 5 bond formation. This is the, imagine 2px orbital. I am taking another 2px orbital, 2px orbital. Both are 2px and 2px. This is a positive, this is a positive, negative, negative. Signs are same. Then resulting molecular orbital will be taken as a positive. So these two will combine will be positive, and below 2 one combined this is what? Negative. So this is also pi 2px molecular orbitals. Now the point is, two electrons waves are in phase, same phase, form the molecular orbitals due to constructive interference. So these are the molecular orbitals are formed. So sigma 1 is sigma 2pz pi 2px. This is the first case. Second case, destructive interference. When two waves combine in opposite phase, opposite side, and they cancel out each other, result in the formation of a anti-bonding molecular orbital due to destructive interference. When two waves combine in combines out of phase or opposite phase, combines opposite phase, they cancel out each other, form anti-bonding molecular orbital, due to destructive interference. What is the sentence meaning is, I'm taking two waves. This is the one wave, this is I'm labeling as a amplitude is psi, then I'm labeling as this is psi A, this is the plus, this is the minus. Now I'm taking another way, opposite, like this. I took opposite, inverted. Then this is a minus, this I'm labeling as a plus. So both are opposite to each other. This I'm labeling as a psi B. The resulting wave is the amplitude is going to get decreases. This is psi A minus psi B. Now we can write probability psi A square. This is psi B square. Probability we have taken. Then this is psi A minus psi B whole square. Then what will get? Psi A square plus psi B square minus 2 psi A psi B. So the amplitude of the wave is negative sign is there. The amplitude of the wave is decreases by 2 psi A psi B value. So this is a destructive interference. Due to destructive interference, what is the bonding orbital is formed? Anti-bonding molecular orbital formed. Then we can take orbitals. I'm taking for example px orbital. So I'm taking a pz orbital, 2pz orbital. I'm taking 2pz orbital. So this is the positive, this is the negative, and I'm taking here is this is negative, this is the positive. Look at here, both previous case when I took this is positive, this is also positive, but I took here is a positive and a negative. As a result, the resulting this is also will be taken as a 2pz. Then anti-bonding molecule we can take as a so this is a negative, this is negative, positive, and this is negative. So this is a anti-bonding molecular orbital formed. It is shown by the sigma star 2pz. Anti-bonding molecular orbital shown by the sigma star, and bonding molecule shown by the sigma. And one more thing is anti-bonding molecular orbital shown by the pi star. Sigma star, pi star are anti-bonding, sigma and pi are bonding molecular orbitals. I'm taking px orbital. This is one px, 2px, and I'm taking another 2px. This is also a 2px. So what is the orbital is going to get formed from this case is this is the positive, this is negative, this is negative, this is positive. Then positive, this is negative, this is positive. Right, this is can show as the pi star 2px. This is anti-bonding orbital, this is also anti-bonding molecular orbital. Anti-bonding molecular orbital shown by the phi star and bonding molecular shown by the sigma and pi. So this is the destructive interference. Due to destructive interference, anti-bonding molecular orbitals are formed. Due to constructive interference, bonding molecular orbitals are formed. Next topic, conditions for the combination of atomic orbitals. The atomic orbitals are combining must satisfy the three conditions. First one is the combining atomic orbitals must have same energy or nearly same energy. What is the first point is the combining atomic orbitals must have same energy or nearly same energy Suppose I'm taking 1s orbital. 1s orbital can combine with 1s orbital. 1s orbital can combine with 1s orbital because they have same energy. Suppose I'm taking a 2s orbital. Another example of 2s orbital. 2s orbital I'm taking is a 6p orbital. 2s orbital cannot combine with the 6p orbital because they have a different energy. This combination is not possible. So 1s and 1s have the same energy. This combination is possible. This is the point number 1. Combining atomic orbitals must have same energy and nearly same energy. Point number 1. Second one, the combining atomic orbitals must have same symmetry about molecular axis. The combining atomic orbitals must have same symmetry. Must have same symmetry about molecular axis. And the third point is the combining atomic orbitals overlap maximum extent. The third one is the combining atomic orbitals. The combining atomic orbitals must overlap maximum extent. So the combining atomic orbitals must overlap maximum extent. So these are the 3 points. Conditions for the combination of atomic orbitals. One is combining atoms must have same energy or nearly same energy. The energy will be different, the combination will be not possible. They must have same energy or nearly same energy. The second one is combining atomic orbitals must have same symmetry or proper symmetry about the molecular axis. So they must combine like this, or they must combine like this. So we will know that sidewise overlapping as well as end-to-end overlapping. They have same symmetry. Then third one is combining atomic orbitals must have overlap maximum extent. Extension will be maximum. That may be sidewise overlapping or that may be end-to-end overlapping. The overlapping must be maximum extent. So these are the 3 conditions should satisfy to form the molecular orbitals by atomic orbitals. So next class I will come out with another topic, continuation topic.